There has been a lot of skepticism around the toes regrowth miracle claimed by Bill Johnson and John Lindell from James River Church during the Week of Power of 2023. I want to walk you quickly through the evidence that I just received this last week that 100% refutes their claim and shows clearly that not only did Bill Johnson and John Lindell lie, but even worse, the church covered this up. So the post was made by Marcia York Fortin. She made this post in 2023 during the Week of Power, and the conversation between Christina Dines and Andrew Irvin is telling to what actually happened. Let's walk through that. So the conversation here starts with Christina Dines saying, "I definitely never took any before pictures." So we see Christina claiming, "I don't have anything before." So how can you compare it with the after photo that the church and John said that they have, and that it's real, it's real, it's real?
Because her miracle is real, it's genuine. What I want to assure you of is, it's real. It's real, it's real, it's real, it's real. So, it is a legitimate miracle, and, we can provide the kind of proof that would be necessary. People have asked, have you seen pictures of the toes? I have. So I've seen the picture of the toes.
She also goes on to say, "I don't know why in the world you would think I would have a before picture unless I was set up or a lie." She also says, "I was actually there begging for God for my stomach to be healed, for being shot in the stomach. That's not what happened." So this even shows that, like she claimed, taking off her shoe to show the church member that took this photo, that she was not getting a before photo because she was actually there praying for her stomach to be healed. You also will see at the very bottom of this screen, they had no amputated, so there's no before pictures. I didn't want deformity before pictures in my life. Well, Andrew Irvin didn't quite buy this story, so he went a step further and went scrolling through Christina Dines' Facebook feed. And he found a picture from October 24th, 2021. And then this photo, I'll zoom in so you can see, this photo was taken 2 years before the Week of Power. And you'll see the toes look exactly the same as Christina Dines describes them.
There is the start of a nail bed on the fourth toe.
A nail bed?
Yeah, the start of one.
And exactly the same as the after photo taken here with the James River Church Joplin campus carpet in the background. This has all been verified, so now we know that this story is false. James River didn't do any background check. They actually removed this post. You'll also notice that 2 people that are on staff at James River are very much aware of this and never reported it. The first gentleman I want to draw attention to is Gabriel Williams. He's on staff at James River Church, and the pastor of the Joplin campus, Justin Jahanashir. These 2 gentlemen were both aware of this post and promoted it and shared it, and they saw the conversation that was happening, and it looks like Marcia then removed the post right afterwards. We can see here, unfortunately, that the cover-up, in my opinion, is worse than the original lie. The church knows, church members knew the truth. They decided to bury it. They didn't look into the truth. They didn't want to know. They wanted to perpetuate this lie and then browbeat people over the next year that had questions wanting to see the actual evidence.
Oh, you've heard miracle after miracle of healing, and you're still sitting there saying, well, I just don't know. I got to see the toes. I'm going to tell you what, see the toes all you want, you're still not going to believe. Because unbelief never has enough proof.
Now, this is not to prove that God doesn't heal. Absolutely, he does. This is not to be right. This is about the truth. And John Lindell and Bill Johnson, and unfortunately now, James River Church, its leadership, and as this goes forward and the truth is coming out, the congregation is all complicit in not confronting this overt sin that now has stood for 14 months of this lie of the regrowth of these toes. So we lied to the world about it, covered it up, and the evidence is very clear. Christina Dines' toes never regrew. These photos prove it. This conversation proves it. She simply forgot that there was a before photo that she took from 2021 that shows what her toes actually looked like before the supposed miracle. Another thing to think about is Pastor John has been quoted before as saying, "My God does all things well."
I got angry and I turned to Debbie and I said, "That's not my God."
My God does all things well.
Ask yourself this: does this photo look like God did all things well? This would have not passed a simple test of, does this look like something God did? God would do an amazing job at regrowing those toes, and I would argue probably instantly. So hopefully this brings some clarity to, I know, something that is divisive. I know many people have left the church over this already, and I know it's really been a battle between families and friends over what the truth is and how we should account for it. I'll let you decide on how to handle this information, but I wanted to put out the truth and explain how we can be extremely confident that this now deleted Facebook thread shows the conversation that brings all of this to light.
Unbelief. Here's the problem with unbelief. And usually unbelief is disguised as, I'm just more discerning. I don't buy all that because I'm a little more discerning. I'm a little smarter than everybody else. All those other people, Lindell's got him hoodwinked. I mean, he's smooth and they've drank the Kool-Aid, but I'm smart. James 3 says there's godly wisdom and there's demonic wisdom. And demonic wisdom can seem very smart, very discerning, very wise, but it's a demonic wisdom. That's the problem.